Most people don't believe it when they first hear about my addiction. And it's completely understandable because I didn't believe it. I am addicted to secret handshakes. And it sounds like bullshit, I know. But ever since I was about 6 years old, I've just been obsessed with every time I meet someone, going up to them and insisting on having a secret handshake. I'm much better now. I can control it a lot of the time. But there's still this like compulsive OCD bit thing in my head that tells me I need to do it. And the strangest part of all of this is that I hate secret handshakes. I look at someone and I think, we gotta have a secret handshake. But I hate them. I remember the first time I saw someone do a secret handshake. I was in the playground at school and two of my friends walked up to each other and they did this. Bam, bam, choo, choo. I was like, oh, what was that? What did you just do? And he said, oh, that was a secret handshake. That's how you do one. That's how you do a secret handshake. And I thought, first of all, not at any point through that did you shake hands. Secondly, everybody saw it, so it's not a fucking secret, is it? And my friend said, oh, Jake, don't be jealous, we can have a secret handshake as well if you want. And so we made up some secret handshake where we went bam, Josh. It didn't look like a secret handshake. It looked like two deaf people having an argument. I'll tell you what a secret handshake actually is. A secret handshake you don't have when you're 6 years old in the playground at school. A secret handshake you start having when you're 12 years old alone in your bedroom and you're going... Ever since then, I've had like this pathological need to have a secret handshake with the people I meet. Because in my head, if I don't do it, we're not actually friends. And it became a problem at school, actually, because I kept getting sent home because I was distracting other students. And I got in trouble with my parents about the whole thing. And for a good while, for a few years, I had it under control. It wasn't really a problem. But it actually resurfaced again, not too long ago, I'd say 2 or 3 years ago. And where it all went wrong was I met a guy called Dave, who I met online, and he invited me around to his house, and he was a nice guy. I got there, he opened the door, he's like, oh, you're right, and he went and he dapped me up. He went, whoosh. It was actually his idea to start the secret handshake. He said, oh, Jake, listen here, mate, if you want to be my mate, we've got to have a secret handshake. Me and all my mates, we have secret handshakes. I was like, whoa, hold up, buddy, I don't know which way you think I swing, but I'm not about to go. And he went, no, I mean, a secret handshake. I was like, we have more in common than you think, Dave. He said, oh, let's make one up now. And we did some pretty basic shit, you know, some bam, bam, you know, that usual thing. And then he invited me inside, he made me some tea, and then we watched Cars, the Pixar movie. And it was a good time, you know. And so I went back the next day. I was like, you're right, Dave. And then we did a... And then he invited me in, we had tea, we watched Cars 2. Not as good as the original. And then I was going back the next day, and I was like, before I knocked on the door, I thought, oh, I had an epiphany. People do all sorts of crazy stuff in their secret handshake, eh? Sometimes you get a little doo-doo. Sometimes you get a whoa. Sometimes you get like a... People do all sorts of things. And that's when I realised that making tea and watching Cars with Dave was a part of our secret handshake. Before I could finish the thought, Dave opened the door. He said, oh, alright, Jake. And I completely forgot. I went bam, bam, Josh, made tea, watched Cars 3, probably the best one. And then he kissed me on the cheek. I was like, whoa! What's going on here? And I left. Why did he kiss me on the cheek? I was having so many confused feelings, Jazzy Army. So the next day I went back around to his house, you know, just to talk it over, like adults, discuss what happened. And I got there, and I knocked on the door, and he answered. I said, hi, Dave. He said, hi, Jake. And we went, dish, dash. He invited me inside, had some tea, watched Planes, the spin-off movie. He kissed me on the cheek, I kissed him back, got into bed. I was like, whoa, what's happening here? And I left. And I was like, what? He did it to me again. And I was furious this time, Jazzy Army. I was losing it. This guy had abused the sacred power of the secret handshake. So I stormed back over there the next day to give him the peace of my mind. I said, Dave, open it up right now. He opened up. And he said, oh, hi, Jake. Are you okay? And let me tell you, I'm a sucker for routine. We went... Walked in, he made me tea, we watched the little spin-off movies on Disney Plus, took me upstairs, fucked me up the arse, and I came everywhere! And the most unbelievable part about all of this is after he'd taken me to that point, I got a text message from him the next day. He said, Jake, I don't think we should see each other anymore. Which just goes to show you can't trust the people you meet on Grindr. And the biggest epiphany about all of this was when my doctor told me that it was genetic. Because I thought it was just me and I was messed up in my head. But I'd inherited my addictive personality genes from my dad, who's an alcoholic. My dad, he's a drinker. He used to always be looking for the answers in the bottom of a bottle. But all he ever found was more questions, you know? Questions like, how'd they fit a tiny ship in here? But the reason I'm making this video, Jazzy Army, is because I want to help any of you in the Jazzy Army that might have an addictive personality, because I've made mistakes and you can learn from them as well. There's stuff all around us that can be addicting. Number one example is gambling. Gambling is everywhere, in video games, in Pokemon cards, heck, even the Happy Meal has a secret toy. And while I'm on the topic of McDonald's, let me tell you, that is the worst gambling place on earth. Not a casino, not Vegas, it's McDonald's. I went into one for the first time in a very long time. I'd never actually used those machines before. You know, where you order on the screen and then you get a receipt. And there was a guy behind the counter who was shouting out the numbers. 11, 14, 26. And I was thinking, what is going on? Are we playing bingo right now? And the truth is, Jazzy Army, when you order McDonald's, you're playing bingo, except the only difference is on your card, you've only got one number. And when they call your number out at McDonald's, Jazzy Army, that is great. You know, you get your number, you go, oh, it's me! It's me! I'm number 18, baby! Oh! Let's see what I won. You open up the bag, McPlant. What is the fucking point? I know I'm the one who ordered it, but I'm also addicted to secret handshakes, so you can't really trust my opinion, can you, McDonald's?
No! No! Oh God! No! No!